Hey, all right, boys and girls, this is chapter 16, Fair Game Review. Number 1, we have 2 plus 1 times 4 squared minus 12 divided by 3. Now, you should be showing your work as you do these in steps. You don't have to rewrite the problem because you're doing it right on here. The first thing you have to do is exponents. So now we have 2 plus 1 times 16 minus 12 divided by 3. Multiply and divide from left to right. 2 plus 1 times 16 is 16, minus 12 divided by 3 is 4. Now we add and subtract from left to right. 2 plus 16 is 18, minus 4, which will give us 14. Number 2. 8 squared divided by 16 times 2 minus 5. Exponents come first here. 64 divided by 16 times 2 minus 5. 64 divided by 16 is 4 times 2 minus 5. 4 times 2 is 8 minus 5 equals 3. Number 3. 7 times the quantity 9 minus 3 plus 6 squared times 10 minus 8. So for this problem, you do parentheses first. 7 times 9 minus 3 is 6 plus 6 squared times 10 minus 8. Now we do exponents. 7 times 6 plus 36 times 10 minus 8. 7 times 6 is, multiply and divide from left to right. 7 times 6 is 42. 36 times 10 is 360 minus 8. 42 plus 360 would be 402 minus 8, which would be 394. Number 4. 3 times 5 minus 10 plus 9 times the quantity 2 plus 1 squared. Exponent parentheses first, so now we have 3 times 5 minus 10 plus 9 times 3 squared. Exponents. 3 times 5 minus 10 plus 9 times 3 squared is 9. Multiply and divide from left to right. 15 minus 10 plus 81. Subtract, or add and subtract from left to right. So 15 minus 10 is 5 plus 81 equals 86. Number 5. 8 times 6 plus 5 minus 9 squared plus 3 divided by 7. Now we do parentheses first, but inside the parentheses we have an exponent here. So that's the first thing we have to do. So 8 times, we can do this parentheses, 6 plus 5 is 11, minus, this would be 81 plus 3, still in parentheses, divided by 7. We're still working on parentheses here. So 8 times 11 minus 81 plus 3 is 84, divided by 7. Multiply and divide from left to right. 88 minus, and 84 divided by 7 is 12. And 88 minus 12 is 76. Number 6. A lot of grouping here. Let's take it one step at a time. 5 times the quantity 3 times the quantity 12 minus 8. Wrap those up here. Minus 6 times 8 plus 2 squared. Well, we start with the innermost grouping symbol here. So now we have 5 times 3. 12 minus 8 is 4. Minus 6 times 8 plus 2 squared. Still working in this parentheses. Now I have 3 times 4, so I have 5 times 12 minus 6 times 8 plus 2 squared. Well, these parentheses or these grouping symbols aren't to do anything. It's just to make that multiplication. So, oops, I do have 2 squared, the exponent to do here. So 5 times 12 minus 6 times 8 plus 4. Now I can multiply and divide from left to right. 60 minus 48 plus 4. 60 minus 48 is 12, plus 4 is 16. Number 7, evaluate this. This is horrible, but 4 plus 4 plus 5 times 2 times 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 times 6 times 6 plus 2 plus 2. Well, we do parentheses first, so that becomes 4 plus 4 plus 5 times 2 times 5 plus 9 times 6 plus 2 plus 2. Hardest thing about this problem is not dropping anything as we go along. Multiply and divide from left to right. 4 plus 5 times 2 is 50 times 5 is, 5 times 2 is 10 times 5 is 50 plus 9, 9 times 6, well, 9 times 6 is 54, and 54 times 6 is 324, plus 2 plus 2. Add and subtract from left to right. Since it's all addition, I can actually do it in any order I want. 4 plus 50 is 58. 324 plus 2 is 326, plus 2 more is 328. 58 and 328 is going to give us 386. That's part A that says evaluate. Part B says rewrite it. The expression using what we know about order of operations. It's kind of a confusing question there, but what they wanted us to do is rewrite this original. 4 plus 4 is the same as 4 times 2. So 4 times 2 plus, and here I have 5 times 2 times 5, which would just be 2 times 5 squared, because I got 2 5s there, plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 3 times 3, because I have 3 3s there, and 3 times 3 is the same as 3 squared, times 6 squared, 6 times 6, plus again, and now I have 2 times 2, or 2 times 2. So that was supposed to make it easier for us. This would be, it says evaluate, so this would be 8. 5 squared is 25 times 2 is 50. 3 squared is 9. 6 squared is 36. 9 times 36 is 324. 2 times 2 is 4. Now we're basically close to right here. We combine these and get 58 plus 328 equals 386, just like we had before. Other side. Could just use a calculator, but that'd be horrible of you because these are not that hard of problems. It doesn't make you a horrible person just because you made horrible choices, I guess. So this is just multiplication. 3.92 times 0.6. 6 times 2 is 12. 54, 55. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 3 spots behind the decimal, 3 spots behind the decimal, 2.352. Number 9, 0.78 times 0.13. 3 times 8 is 24. 21, 22, 23. Put a 0. 8, 7, 4, 11, 10. 4 numbers behind the decimal. All 4 numbers behind the decimal. Pay no attention to this right here. Number 10. 5.004, 1.2, 80010, put a 0, 4005, add them up, 84006. You have 4 numbers behind the decimal, so 4 numbers behind the decimal, 6.0048. Number 11. 6.3 divided by 0.7. Remember, we move the decimal once out here, so we have to move it once in here, which makes this problem 7 into 63. Well, 63 divided by 7 is 9, which is 63. How convenient. Our answer is 9. Number 12. 2.25 divided by 1.5. Move the decimal once, move the decimal once. So we have 15 out here, 22.5 inside still. 15 goes into 22 once, which is 15. Subtract, bring down. 15 goes into 75 5 times, which is 75. 1.5. Number 13. 0.003 into 8.1. Well, I moved the decimal 3 places out here to make that a 3. And I have to move it 3 in here to make that an 8100. Well, 3 goes into 8 twice, which is 6. 3 goes into 21 7 times, which is 21. 3 goes into 0 0 times. 3 goes into 0 0 times. 2,700. And finally, number 14. Grapes cost $1.98 per pound. You buy 3.5 pounds of grapes. How much do you pay for the grapes? That's a multiplication, obviously. 198. 3.5. So 40, 45, 49, 5, 9. Put a 0. 24, 27, 28, 29, 3, 4, 5. Add those up. 0, 13, 19, 6. 3 spots behind the decimal, 3 spots behind the decimal, so that equals $6.93. If you have any questions on this, ask in class, or I'll see you in tutoring tomorrow. Have a wonderful night.